All right, so let's dive right into Netflix's first holiday movie of the season, Falling for Christmas, which is the return of Lindsay Lohan's acting career. Now, if you haven't noticed, Lindsay Lohan's kind of been absent from acting for over a decade now, so this is the return of her movie career. And of course, if you're a big Lindsay Lohan fan like I am, I was very excited when this got announced initially about a year ago. And of course, now that the movie is out, I was so looking forward to watching it. Not that I was going in with a lot of expectation or thinking it was going to be this grand, wonderful movie. I was just excited to see her again because I do admire her very much. She's one of those actresses from the very early start of her career, with Parent Trap, and then kind of jumping right in a couple years later with Freaky Friday, Mean Girls. She had all these movies coming out left and right, and she had this very big opportunity to become one of the biggest household names. And in a way, she was. Of course, there was a lot of controversy that kind of happened in her personal life to follow, which I'm not going to really talk about or get into, because the more important thing is that I've always been a fan of hers, and I always kind of expected her to come back, and I always rooted for her despite everything that she was going through. So now that this is the first vehicle kind of giving her a second chance at everything, I was really excited to see what she was going to do with it. Again, not going in with a lot of expectation because it is a Christmas movie that we may have seen over and over again, and that is exactly what this movie is. So if you're going into it hoping that you're going to get this big original concept, then you're surely mistaken. You have to watch this just knowing that it's going to be that cheesy, very witless, kind of derivative, formulaic Christmas concept that you've seen over and over again. In this case, if you've seen the film Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, it's essentially that same exact premise, this time except on a yacht. It is now at a ski resort. And what's interesting about this one is that Lindsay Lohan not only just brings back that charm and that just lovable quality that we all appreciated about her, she brings like the physical comedy too. And I will give her credit for that. This is not exactly a movie that I think I will watch over and over, even though I love her to death and I love Christmas movies. This is essentially a Hallmark movie just written for the Netflix streaming service. And now we're kind of given a fresh revamp on it. Again, that Overboard story, this time it has Lindsay Lohan and Chord Overstreet from Glee, as opposed to Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. So we've seen this all before. The jokes kind of run a little thin. Yes, it's not exactly the most original and it's not the most fun, but there are still things about it that are to be liked, especially if you're just going to sit in your pajamas and just watch this from your home, which is exactly, I think, what they were intending to do. Do I think they could have gotten a little bit more creative with this Christmas concept? Yes, of course. But given the fact that it is exactly what we dive into every holiday season, the cheeseballness of all of these movies, you might actually enjoy yourself a little bit. And the fact that it is, like I said, the return of Lindsay Lohan's career. So I'm excited to see what she does next. Was this like the first vehicle I would have expected her to do? Not necessarily, but you know what? I'll take what I can get because it's Lindsay Lohan and I love her very much. Now, don't go into, again, Falling for Christmas hoping that you're going to get this brand new spectacle for holiday seasons. It's not going to exactly give you brand new presents under the tree, so to speak. But you might enjoy yourself just a little bit, maybe not a lot, but maybe a smidgen, because it's exactly what it wanted to do, which is give you something silly, something fun, and again, something maybe just entertaining for a short hour and a half. Not my favorite movie, but you know what? I'm still going to give it a mild recommendation if you are that person that loves a good cheeseball fest of Christmas holiday cheer. And that's all I can say. So if you saw the movie and you liked it, please let me know what you thought down below. And if you haven't seen it and you expect to, well, these are my thoughts. And you know what to look forward to. All right.